Well, this is the recipe that I use to make bread. So first I start by taking 4 cups, just kind of shake it off and do 4 cups of flour. Easy enough. Then we do two full teaspoons of salt and just drop that in. After you do that, then just mix the ingredients. Very difficult, challenging. And that's all you do for the dry mix. All right, for the next part, I take a couple of teaspoons of sugar. Then I run the tap water till it's kind of medium warm, not hot. Get it warm. And then I take 2 1/4 cups of water. And this you have to sort of adjust, as I'll show you when you do the mixing. I do 2 cups, and then about that much more water. Then I do a rather heaping 1/2 teaspoon of the yeast. All right, and I let that sit for just a minute while I'm mixing the dry ingredients. All right, for the next step, after I've let the yeast sit for a minute, stir it up. Then I pour the water and the yeast, sugar mixture in, and we mix it up. And I'll show you in a minute what the consistency should look like as you stir it up. So you may have to add water to it as you get it mixed. As you're mixing it, there's probably going to be some dry there, and if there is, I just take a little extra water and dribble in a couple teaspoons full. In the end, you want the dough to be very sticky, so you just add enough water that you can get the dry ingredients fully mixed in, but you don't want the dough to be runny. So after you've completed that, just cover it and let it sit overnight. Cover the bread with saran wrap or something and let it sit overnight, and we'll check it in the morning. Be ready to bake. Well, now that the bread is ready to go, the next thing you do is you turn the oven on. Let it warm up to 450 degrees. Setting the oven pre-warm, and the pot goes in there to get nice and hot. So after rising overnight, you can see the bread is risen and it's ready to go. So I got a couple of doohickeys. I don't know really what they are. I use this one for scraping out the dough, and then this one just for folding it over and kneading it. I have a non-stick thing here. Put some flour on it so it doesn't stick as we fold it over, and then I kind of liberally coat the dough with some flour as well. Okay, so the next thing we do is scrape the dough. It's nice and sticky. Scrape that out. And so the flour side is down now. So I put a little more flour on it. And then I fold it over once or twice. The dough we put on the parchment paper, and then I kind of score it twice like that, and lift it in the pot, waiting for the temperature. Transfer the bread into the Dutch oven. Set your timer for 30 minutes. Okay, after 30 minutes is up, you take the lid off. You kind of check it, and they recommend you leave it in, let it brown just a minute or two with the lid on. All right. Okay, so last step, you take the Dutch oven out. It's very hot. Put it on a cooling rack. And there you go. All right, the bread's done, and the next step will be to cut it after it cools.